This is a Permobil F5VS. VS stands for vertical standing. This chair is fully loaded. It's less than a year old. This power chair has the electric 14-inch seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric legs. It has the standing feature, and it has the interior tilt, which leans you forward a little bit to help you get out of the chair. It also has the headlights. It has the flashing lights. It has everything on it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, this chair only has 1 mile. So it was only used for 1 mile. This might be 2 years old. I'm sorry, this chair might be 1.5 years, 2 years old. Has 1 mile on it. So the first thing we're going to show you is the seat lift. So all the function with this wheelchair will work through the joystick. So if you work through the joystick, what you would have to do, this is your regular display at speed number 1. This would be speed number 2 normal. And this would be the display of the seat. So when you get to this display, you want to go just to the seat lift, which would be just the seat right here. And then you would go up with your joystick. And now you would have your seat lift going up to 14 inches. The nice thing about these chairs is this is a 14-inch seat lift, so you'll still be able to drive this chair with the seat elevated. So now we're almost there. So you're most likely going to start about 22 inches from the bottom, and if you add 14 inches, you'll be about 36 inches up in the air. So this is your 14-inch seat lift, and if I put this in drive, you'll notice that you can still drive the chair with the seat elevated at about 1.5 to 2 miles an hour. So it's not going to be the fastest speed, but it is going to be probably a little less than 2 miles an hour. So if you're going to use it in your house, you'll be able to drive the chair like this. Also, once we have the seat elevated, let's talk about the base. You've got your 14-inch seat lift, which is nice about these newer chairs. It's a 3-point seat lift. So you've got some structure here to give you a little more balance. You got this side, and you've got your actual motor actuator, which is in front, that makes the whole thing go up. So you're getting a lot more stability on the seat. Your seat is a lot more stable. These F5s, they have 14-inch wheels. They're non-skid wheels with nice rims. You have your anti-tip wheels in the front. These wheels will be on the ground when you're standing. This chair knows what to do. So when we stand the chair up, this will be on the ground. You've got suspension here and suspension here. You have double suspension here. This suspension is for the front and this suspension is for the rear. You have the same thing on the opposite side. So you've got 4 heavy-duty shocks, and they are adjustable. By turning this ring here, you can adjust the firmness of this suspension. There's a motor behind here for each wheel. So there's a motor for this wheel, and there's also a motor on the opposite side for the other wheel. If you wanted to put this chair in neutral, you couldn't do it right now because it's in gear. You would turn the power off, because if you leave the power on and you put it in neutral, you'll have some resistance from the electrical motors. So now I'm going to put the lever down, and it tells you right here, down, and now if you notice, the wheel is unlocked. So you have to do both motors, and you can push the chair. Now this chair weighs over 415 pounds, so it's a heavy chair to push. It's 415 pounds with nobody in it. To put it back in gear, lift the lever back up, and you're back in gear. We've also got anchor points in the front. If you need to tie this chair down to your lift, you can tie it right here with this anchor point. And there's another one behind the fork here, so if you're going to tie it to your lift or to your van, this is where you would hook it up. So right here we're looking at the 14-inch seat lift elevator. The next thing we're going to talk about is the electric tilt. I'm going to remove the knee brace right now. You don't need this if you're not going to be standing up. So the electric tilt would be this way right here. Your seat would go back and it would tilt back. So this is your electric tilt. This is your electric tilt. The arms do flip up, so if you need to move this out of the way, they do flip up. So this will be your electric tilt. The thing we're going to cover is the electric recline. Matter of fact, I'm going to do the recline and the legs together. Maybe. No, I guess we can only do them one at a time. So, okay, so we're going to do the electric recline again. So this is your electric recline going back. This is a swing away joystick. So this joystick can be swung away from the front to the side. And you can switch it from the right side to the left side with no problem. If you're left-handed, we can switch it over. This is your full electric tilt. And now we'll do the legs. And this would be the legs. Now these legs are adjustable. We can adjust the length and all that kind of good stuff. They'll still be electric, but we can adjust the length. So that would be that. And I'm going to check one more thing here. Okay, so this is your full electric recline and your legs sitting up like this. This will be your full recline position. And the next thing we're going to show you is called the anterior tilt, where the seat will tilt forward to help you get out. So this would be your anterior tilt. If you watch the seat going up a little bit here. So this is your anterior tilt. So you could also raise the seat. You can see the seat is going down about 10-15%. That's called the anterior tilt. I'm going to bring it back down to normal position. So this chair does have the anterior tilt. Also, the next thing we're going to go about, we're going to start doing the standing feature. So this would be the standing feature here. So if we want to stand up with this chair, the first thing we have to do is put our knee brace on. And this knee brace can be adjusted also, so depending what size knees you have, it's adjustable in length right here by turning this knob here. It can be adjusted tighter. That's your knee brace. Then you're going to need your chest strap. You don't want to go up in the air without this chest strap on. So you would want to make sure that this strap is on here. And then when you go up, you have a chest restraint. So now, going up, this chair will do all kinds of movement as it goes up to get you standing. So now it's doing the standing feature. These chairs are so marvelous. So now we've got, notice the wheels are back on the ground now. So now we've got the standing feature, and if you put it back into drive, you'll be able to drive. Now the foot plates are a little long right now, they should be raised up. Whoever had this chair was pretty tall, but they can be raised up all the way up to here if we have to. So this is the standing position. You can drive with the standing position all over the place. Yeah, the foot plates are a little lower underneath, but as you can see, it will drive in the standing position. And also this chair has lights. So if you look at the lights, I can turn the lights on. Actually, it has flashers for both sides, right and left in the back, and it has the headlights. So this chair is equipped from the factory with the headlights and with the rear lights. Now that we have the chair up in the air, back here, there's a button for power. Matter of fact, I just hit it now. If I turn it back on, your power is in here. So whenever we ship these chairs, this is where you need to look to turn the power back on. It's inside that box, but the button is on top. So the power is back on. So this is the back of your chair. As you can see, this chair is very clean. These are your tilt for your arm. If I turn these cylinders, I can adjust the arms. So this is how you would adjust your arms over here. And you can see your anchor points back here to tie for your lift. There's 2 anchor points, there's 2 more in the front. So this is, so this would be your standing position with your chest guard. and your knee brace adjusted to whatever you need. Okay? So this is the standing position, a world famous Permobil F5 standing. Now this Permobil chair is set up a little funky. This all can be adjusted. I'm going to take the knee brace off. We don't need that right now. You're only going to need that when you stand up. The seat on this chair, this is the way it came to me. It's 21 by 20, but as you can see, the pan is smaller than the cushion, so that they threw a big cushion on here. I don't know why. But this seat can be adjusted. So if we need 20 by 20, we need a smaller 18 by 18 seat, we can adjust it. The back is small. It's a small back. It's for a person 125, 130 pounds or less probably. That can be adjusted also. I mean, if we need to put a bigger back to match the seat, to make everything 20 by 20 or whatever, or 20 by 18 back here, we can do all that. This arm right here is called a trot arm. This arm is very nice. It keeps your arm inside here so it doesn't fall off. You've got your chest guard here. You get your swing away joystick. As I said, the arms are adjustable up and down. There's about 17 inches between the arms right now, and that can be also adjusted out. So as I said, this is the chair you're looking for with 1 mile, less than 1 mile actually. It's a year and a half, 2 years old. Brand new condition just about. If you're looking for a standing chair that has the 10-inch seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric legs, the interior tilt, the standing position, and also this is an F5, so this chair will go 7.5 miles an hour, so it's very fast. It has the high-speed motor of 7.5 miles an hour when you're outside. When the seat is elevated, you're only going to go half speed, so maybe 3 miles an hour when the seat is elevated. When it's standing, it's going to go even less speed, maybe 2 miles or less per hour. You've got an adjustable headrest here. You've also got a UBS port back here, so if you need to plug in something here, you have a USB, I'm sorry, I had it backward. USB port right here for your charger, right over there. So as I said, this chair is preloaded. It has its own bag with all the owner's manual for this chair. This is an F5 power chair, F5VS. So all your bag is here with some tools. There's some tools in here. There's also a charger that comes with this chair. When you charge this chair, you'll take your Permobil charger and you'll plug the charger right in the bottom of your joystick. And as soon as the light turns green on your charger, you're fully charged. So you don't have to worry about overcharging your chair. This chair takes 2 batteries. They're usually Group 34 60 amp batteries. It takes 2 of them. And they'll give you about 13 to 15 miles on the battery charge depending where you're riding it and the weight of the user. Again, this is a Permobil C500VS standing in with less than a mile, ready to go. That chair goes 7.5 miles an hour. Fantastic suspension, like I mentioned earlier. These chairs are, these days, these suspension is just fantastic. Had no problem in the grass. Response perfect. Ready to go. This is Marc with Marc's Mobility. We are a family-owned business for over 20 years. Thank you for watching this presentation. We have several other models available. If you have any questions, please call the number below, 800-677-6293. Thank you again for watching.